We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello. How's everybody doing on a YDBT Daily? Shit, I can't even talk. It's 17th of November. We're quickly coming up on Thanksgiving. It's going to be a short week next week. We're going to do a giveaway, 4 giveaways on the 22nd, the Tuesday the 22nd. Oh My God Cookies is nice enough to give away 2 sets of coffee, 2 sets of cookies, and or either 2 coffees, 2 cookies, whichever are the 2 that you choose, and 2 draggies. And I think that's very generous of them. That's probably a $400 value when it's all said and done. So I want to give them a shout for doing that coming up Tuesday. But today we're going to talk about a new 10R80 mascot. Now, I am not going to put this person on blast. I'm just going to say you guys know who it is. It's a guy out there who king gutted his 10R80, and I almost feel bad making fun of him because I think he's not all there. Similar to Turvy out there. I think he's not all there. But the thing is, that person embodies the 10R80 NA guy. Right? The 10R80 NA guy has a mental disease, in my opinion. I think they're insanely misled. They're going after the micro records of all micro records. And they're going to, it's like Lord of the Flies. They literally want to be the best of the slowest. And it blows my mind. Look, my car went with an ESS kit, a BAP, way less money than you have into your gutted 10R80 car. 680, fully loaded, Brembo brakes, 20-inch wheels, AC, dash, the stock seats, the whole 9 yards. 680. If you want to go out there and be king daddy of the 10R80 guys, get ready to be a slow motherfucker. And you're going to look like a goddamn clown getting in that car. Now, I saw an Instagram video of the guy putting on his race suit in his driveway. He put on his race suit and helmet in his driveway. And I was like, oh yeah, this is absolutely a 10R80 guy. So we'll talk a little bit about the mindset that goes into not NA guys, because there's badass NA guys out there, but the 10R80 NA guy has Down syndrome. Let's be honest. We're also going to talk about the reaction to my video that I uploaded yesterday, and I did give it a special release to the members. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to release a lot of new stuff to the members first, then eventually put it live. It was talking about don't make your only car your race car. And what'll happen is what happened to me when I was a young kid. I had no car. For a couple of months, I remember, just racing in my only car on the weekends, breaking it, and then come Monday, I need my car, and I don't have anything because I decided to race my only car. So we'll talk about that a little bit. You guys seem to enjoy that video. But before we do that, as always, we want to thank the sponsors. That's right. We got PMAS, Nick James PMAS up in Michigan. It's already snowing up there. It's 72 degrees here, 73, 74. What is what's the weather? It's like 72 here. Where is it? Oh my God. West Palm Beach weather. Fuck the sponsor. 71 degrees right now. That's right, kids. 71 degrees. Yeah, you guys fucking suck. Anyway, Nick James in Michigan, snowing his ass off. 2 Auto Solutions, Puerto Rico. Rami's out there putting headers on Corvettes and Camaros nonstop. And he says it's not that big of a job, so I'm looking forward to doing that on my Corvette. The Parts Farm. Parts Farm has a 2020 or 2020 manual performance package Mustang. Check it out. Badass shit. And Oh My God Cookies. We talked about the giveaway that they're going to do on Tuesday. And Calamer's transmission. Ben Calamer's transmission. Getting the 3160 program going. Doing the whole thing. And we'll talk to the people. Talk some shit. And get after it. Let me make the logo just a little smaller. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll say hi to the people. Oh my God, I don't have the pop-out chat set up. I am awful. I always do that. It's weird. Like I get the show set up and I think I got everything going and I always forget to do the pop-out chat. So here we go. Here we go. Control V. Okay. And move it over here so I can see it. Da-da-da-da-da. And we'll say hi to the people here. Alex Vallejo in the house. How come it doesn't show up? How come it doesn't show up? Copy. Live chat. I wanted to show up because you guys like seeing your name. Don't say you don't. Stop it. Okay, we got the Parts Farm. Says, yeah. What's up, the Parts Farm? Alice Vallejo, Ian Oz, X-Con, LaFoxy, Rich 50, 6-Speed, Manny, Big Daddy Patty, Cook, County, Streak, Cars. How's it going, y'all? Hope everyone's having a good day. John Bailey, Nitrous and Bias Ply says heavy duty. Bender, Angel, Espinal, Boost Willis. Boost Willis is that's a great fucking name. Great name. Brandon Paget, Whipple, Cripple, Bend Over, Smiles, Cody Ford, Anthony, A Blower, Cualquier, Matt 107, Arturo Was, Modless, Infamous, S550, T-Top GT, Heath, Angry Saturn, Mitch 50, Modless, Redbird, Goblin. By the way, shout out to Bondo Bird. He made it home safely. Nice to see that. He's right back in China, cutting up Whipples. Ian Oz, Mofler, Billy Guns, Django, Slow 99, Grinding Macchiato but Liquor. Alex Leonard, Coyote Fury, Cursed, says Low Hanging Fruit, JP's Coyote, Ashton, Just in Time, Tito, Agent Orange, Peter Child, Garage Bill Coyote, Ian Oz again, Tony says hit the like, Derek, TN, Twin Turbo Coyote, Edwin Del Valle, TN 197. So, when I was 24 to 26 years old, all I did was race. I raced in my local town, and got with people that were like-minded and just kind of did that whole thing. But there was one stark difference as to what I drove, because back then, you could have put stickers all over your shit. Like, there are people that just plaster their car with stickers of every single part that comes on their car. Guys, just because a sticker shows up in a part that you bought does not obligate you to put it on the car. You look really stupid. You're not sponsored by MagnaFlow. You're not sponsored by Viking. You're not sponsored by anybody. If you paid for the part and you slap the sticker on the side of your street car, do you know why race cars put stickers on the side of their cars? It's contingency. They get paid to do that. If you are just a guy that goes to the meet and you have your tuner's shit, your fucking every single part that's on your car, the sticker that came in the box, plastered all over your shit, you look really weird. So we talked about my Mustang back in the day, and this is how my car sat back in the day. This is how my car sat back in the day. There. It's a notch. License plate, Bogart Drag On Fly Star 4 lug. Right, 1510, 15.3.5. Not a sticker in sight. Not a sticker. It looks like trash, right? That was a 1220 car in 2004, which isn't a big deal, but it was a E7 head F-cam, out of all things, air gap, MSD, Tremec, 430s, and I daily that bitch. And the problem with dailying that bitch, but man, I missed that car. But there is no stickers. There's no dumb shit. You know, there's nothing. A lot of people did ask, hey, Alex, did you find it? No. I got the VIN number. The last person that registered the car was me. That's it. And it just, the trail goes cold. So if anyone knows anything about this car, 54JP24's license plate, the trail goes dead, which tells me they parted it out or made it a race car. And now it's just some piece of shit somewhere doing nothing. But anyway, this is what I looked like. I rolled around in this thing. No stickers, no dumb shit. So in modern times, in 2022, if I see a guy has a complete window filled up with stickers, I go, are you getting paid contingency for that? Because there were guys that had cold air manufacturer stickers on their car, but a completely different cold air on the car, but the contingency paid. And it was awesome knowing that the car ran a number with a different intake than what the manufacturer thought he had in there. And he actually used his car as like, oh, by the way, it's going fast with this intake. No, they pay contingency. So plain and simple, I was out there racing people, trying to race because I was broke as fuck. But I was racing my only car. And that's what prompted me to make the last video where I said, don't race your only car. But anyway, the 10R80 NA guys specifically, the mascot of all 10R80 guys, I think has something wrong with him. And I'm not saying that like I think he's retarded. I just think he legitimately has something wrong with him. So I don't want to put him on blast. I don't want to, post his shit. But he's posting all the time. And I'm like, you are literally making my case for me. The NRA, the NA 10R80 guy wants to be seen, wants to be known. He wants to be known on Instagram. He's dying to beat a boosted car. He's dying to be the fastest of the slow guys. And then if he ever does decide to race a boosted car on pump gas on low boost and just happens to beat them up by a fender or two, you will never stop hearing it from them. So I urge you just to avoid them at all costs. Like, guys, if someone's like, I got people calling me out saying, oh, bring your NA 10R80 car to play. I'm like, I'm sorry, I am a straight person. I have penis and balls. I do not have a 10R80 NA car. Sorry. I have a boosted 19 you can get the gap on. I got the ZR1 you can get fucked up with. And I got the GT500 you can get fucked up with. Oh, no, but they don't sit like me. Then don't call out a guy. Imagine me calling out a guy like Keith Ray. Oh, Keith Ray, why don't you show up in your manual 19 and get after it? He's like, dude, I got a 650 car. Imagine me calling out Brett LaSala. Hey, come out with that car. Come out with a 10 PSI car and come play. He's like, what? Bro, shut up. So that's what's happening. A lot of guys don't like that I criticize them for good reason. For good reason. I am exposing how silly you guys look. And eventually when you grow out of that phase, you'll realize that I was right all about this all the time. The sticker game, look at me, the constant posting on Instagram, the constant head down at the gas pump, you standing on your hood going like this, but not looking at the camera, but the camera's looking at you like this. And I'm like, what? You're a woman. So that's why I don't associate with any 10R80 NA guy, because they want the weird, look at me, clout, fast for what it is game. And I just don't play that game. So a lot of people think, well, Alex, you don't represent them. No, it's not that I don't represent them. I'll tune them. I'll do whatever, but I'm not going to go out of my way to push the weirdest complete subsect of people, the weirdest chunk of Mustang guy out there, the 10R80 NA guy that has stickers on the side of his car, and he's locally hated, and he goes to meets, and the car is sitting like a 4x4 because it's so gutted. Like, you know what a guy's gutted when that shit sits this, you could fit a fucking 2 fists in the fucking fender well between the tire and the top of the bottom of the fender. So don't get mad at me if I don't. Hey, Alex, like I get a lot of stuff sent to me on Instagram. Hey, Alex, I went 1080 with NA 10R80. I go, congrats. I think they think I'm going to rep them on the show. And I'm like, bro, you got it way twisted. That is not impressive anymore. My Fox body is probably a 1070, 1060 car. And that is a 30-year-old car. So that doesn't impress me when you have a higher technology car running about the same numbers as a car could run 30 years ago. So it's just not impressive anymore. Sorry. And if you're going to go out there repping that you're a badass NA guy, but you weigh 2,300 pounds, please put the clown makeup on. Stop it. And a lot of people do it to like rep their tuner. That's fine. If you want to put your tuner plastered on your helmet, on your jacket, on your windshield banner, cool. I don't need to represent that whole swath of guys. Sorry, it's just not my thing. But you guys got a new mascot. Hopefully, I'm not going to mention him because I feel bad. I literally feel bad. But he's out there posting videos. He wants to be known. He wants to be seen. He's all over Instagram. He is your leader. He is the final 10R80 boss if you're playing the video game. Crazy stuff. So we wanted to also talk a little bit about the video that I released yesterday, talking about, and again, this happens to a lot of young guys too, where they have a Mustang, they can affirm a bunch of parts, and then they make it a race car, and then they need a daily all over again. And I tell people, look, if you can afford a $39,000 car and then go all out NA, you can afford a Fox body and do similar type of work and go probably quicker than you can in the Coyote car. It just takes a lot more sweat equity and maybe you save up a little more money. But I highly urge you guys to stop making a S550 try to weigh what a Fox body already does. To me, it's odd. So if you have an S550 that weighs 3,100 pounds, it's a ruined car, right? Like you took everything out of it. Wipers, the reservoir, the bumper supports, the airbags, the seats, the brakes, the things that make it safe, and you've made it a complete piece of junk. So if you're already going to make your brand new car a complete piece of junk, why not just buy a piece of junk and make it fast? Is it because you don't like the body style? Is it because you can't afford a rolling chassis of about $5,000 to $7,000? Then buy a motor, then buy a trans, and then play that game. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to go into racing, you're going to end up with a Fox body anyway. Like, you know it, right? Like, Coyotes and S550s have a limitation. And it's usually the first limitation is going to be your pocketbook. Like every single guy that builds an S550 stops at about 8.0, 780 because they run out of money. Or they're so far in debt that they're like, this doesn't make sense anymore. Or they keep throwing money at it and then they decide, why don't I just get a Fox body, 25.2, 25.3 the bitch, whatever the hell the current certifications are. And then you find out Coyotes have their limitation. Yeah, unless the car's super light, Coyotes have their limitation. And we're starting to find that in the 690 range. Whether it be pressurizing the coolant system, whether it be it's just too small of an engine that revs too high that you just can't do enough to it, then you're going to have to go to a billet version. So if you're going to go all out to race all out, the fast guys have Fox bodies with probably big blocks in them. So why not just start with that anyway? I learned my lesson with the Fairmont. I had an S550. It was a 9.0 car with a 2650 blower from VMP and a 6R80 with a 4R200 hub. 9.1, 9.1, 9.1. And I thought to myself, I am not going to gut this car. I'm not going to gut this car. I'm not going to make it a piece of junk. I put all that stuff in a Fox body, and not a light Fox body, a heavy Fox body. A Fairmont is a heavier car than a Notch. And it went 877, 157 right off the rip. 4/10 quicker by switching over to that. And I said, well, if I'm going to build a race car, I would never start with an S550 because you can go further and do less gutting with a Fox body or a lightweight older car. It just takes some more know-how and maybe a little bit of money. So maybe the modern car guy doesn't have the money and he doesn't mind unbolting stuff because it takes no money. But I'm telling you, you're going to hit a wall one time, and it's either going to be your wallet or you're going to find the limits of a Coyote platform, and it's usually in the 1,800 to 2,000 horse range. Again, that's big boy money, but that's why the big boys have big, massive motors that just get it done all the time. Or the cars are super light, one or the other. Let's talk some shit to the people, see what's going on. Twisted Custom says, if we're tuning Lund, how do we get another employee to work with? What does that mean? Are you not happy with the current tuner that's tuning you? Like if you're started with me and you don't like me, by all means, ask for Dakota, ask for Brandon, ask for whatever. But understand this. We all work under the same thought process. Every single one of us has the same thought process, because we work based on what Junior taught us to do. Now, we tweak some things, and there's some things I'm better at than most. But at the end of the day, if you're going to have a max effort turbo car, Brandon, Dakota, and I are going to give you similar results. The only thing that Junior can give you above what we can give you is if you have like a combination that is odd and he's willing to start from scratch with it. But if it is a vetted combo, like a Hellion system, Aldo, Fluid, or 6R80, 4R200 turbo font, you're going to run the same number with every tuner. I just throw some 10R80 parts on my X275 car and people call out 10R80 on board. Now that is a funny one. I thought I saw a post where somebody put a 10R80 in a car and said 10R80 record. And I thought, that's interesting, because at no point in the rules did it say it has to be installed. I thought that was pretty funny. Some of us just like to work on cars and make fast, comfortable street car. I don't care if I'm faster than the next guy. I race myself. That's exactly where I'm at right now. There is no money in racing. You're not going to become rich racing. You're not going to become king daddy. Look, if you want a lot of followers and you think somehow that's going to translate into money, you are sadly mistaken. The only way you get a lot of money on YouTube specifically, and again, YouTube is a specific audience, is if you have a lot of views and each view is there for a long time, meaning if somebody watches for 15 to 20 minutes. But if you think you're going to post a 1-minute reel and gain 30,000, 40,000, 2 million followers, you will get no money. 2 million followers on Instagram makes you no money. Maybe sponsors come at you and say, hey, I'd like to give you a Bang energy drink, and can you put it on the hood of your car because you have 2 million followers? Cool. So what are you going to get from them? Free bangs. That's it. You're not going to get a monthly check of $20,000 to $50,000. Whoever tells you that's the thing, it's bullshit. There are women out there twerking, showing their vagina imprint through the thong They had 3 million followers, and they're in a 1-1 efficiency. Hey, Alex, by chance, were you able to get the bottom end I sent to? Yeah, just in time. Yes, I got the pistons and rods. I thank you very much. I'm still doing a lot of research on the block and crank that I'm going to need. I got to figure out what compression those pistons are. Do you remember what compression? Well, the compression is dictated by the cc's of the combustion chamber and the whatever. But if you can give me a roundabout, number of what those pistons were designed to work with, like a trick flow like can a twisted wedge high port work on that piston because of the reliefs? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? If I know then what I know now, I would have built a Fox body over my Cobra. I love my build Cobra, but it's not Fox Light. Right. By the way, shout out to Second Shift Racing, went $990 with a little bit of juice and a stock blower Cobra and an SRA swap, if I'm not mistaken. Congratulations. That was badass. It was cool to see. Like they say, you'll only be a millionaire racing if you start out as a billionaire. Alex, I hear what you're saying. I'm saving up for a 10R80 GT, but I'm not like one of those guys. I just want headers, some nice wheels, and enjoy the car. That's the way to do it, in my opinion. If you're gonna go after the modern car game, don't try to be the fastest of the fast in an S550. That's really, really dumb. That is a millionaire's game or a shop's game. Or like, you guys think shops that build S550s are rich? No, they're probably deep in debt too. How many of you think that because a shop builds a car that they got money? No, stupid. This is how it works. Let's say Alejandro Flores starts Alejandro Dyno. And Alejandro Dyno on paper makes or bills about $70,000 to $120,000 every quarter in tickets, meaning like a job, like a guy once come in, put a blower on, rear end brakes. So now the shop is generating revenue. Well, guess what, stupid? You can borrow against that revenue. That's right. You borrow against the revenue. So let's say if my shop makes $1.5 to $2 million a year, if I can bill that much, I can show a bank this shop generates this much money. They go, oh, no shit. Well, we'll let you borrow money for equipment. Then I buy a toter home, or then I buy a big badass rig. I buy a big badass trailer, and then I start building a race car, because I'm hoping that when I build this race car, it's going to show everybody what I can do and more business comes my way. Well, sometimes that works. Sometimes that doesn't. All it does is put you in a bigger and bigger hole. Now, the shops that do that, in my opinion, are psycho. In my opinion, you should use your customers' cars to showcase what you can do, as opposed to your own car. Because when you try to show that you're a big badass by mortgaging your future, by extending the credit of the shop, only to show a big facade, it's going to hurt you in the long run, because that bill is due. When that bill is due, you got to pay it. I would rather you say, let's take a customer's car all the way. Look at the Vengeance. I don't know their inner workings, but I know for a fact they're not dumb enough to do a shop car. They're like, our customer's car is badass, and our customer pays us to work on his car, and we're going to showcase what we can do through our customers' vehicles. That's a smart way to do it. Now, I could be 100% wrong on how they do it, but I'm thinking that's how they do it. But I could be 100% wrong. Evil Twin GT250 says, thanks for sending me my tune file on my Whipple 350 today. Looking forward to work with you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will do it. I didn't look down EcoBoost and V6 guys. A lot of these shops are building cars to go race with and writing it off on taxes and advertising R&D. No, SI50 Meek. Some of these shops are mortgaging their future, hoping that they can get more business by going racing. And in my opinion, you get more business by building customers' race cars, in my opinion. Now, if your shop has already made it, meaning if your shop has already made it and it is already a badass shop, I would understand building a shop car. Like Lund Racing has capital, and they want to showcase what they can do. So they take their budget, they say, how much can we spend on race car shit? And they build the Gray Goose, the Blue Goose, the Black Beat. That's it. And we have 3 platforms, the S197, the S550, and the Gen 3 and up stuff to kind of show what we're capable of with those platforms. But at no point as far as I know, is Lund Racing borrowing money to do this shit? Not at all. Because most stick Mustangs drivers suck. They always listed it. I agree. Most stick drivers suck, and it isn't just with Mustangs, though. There are some Mustang guys out there who rep the stick game, myself included. Rami Zaidon, he says, that's what I did in the beginning, and now it's paid off. So Rami Zaidon, he initially made his blue car, his white S550. Rami Zaidon's story is a very good story. If you know Rami Zaidon, and maybe you guys don't know anything about Rami Zaidon, 12-to-1 compression, shit. Thank you, sir. God damn it, appreciate that. So Rami Zaidon, he has a story, and you know, it's an emotional story. Maybe you guys are not aware, maybe you don't care, but I do because he's my friend. Like my friend, he's legit my friend. He was broke as shit, and he was trying to get something going in Puerto Rico. And if you know how, if you know what it is to be hungry and starving, and you're trying to get something going, anything, it's real difficult. So he was invited to a rental where he had a TVS equipped S550, and in Puerto Rico, it's Corollas, 2J. Rotary, the Mustang game wasn't a thing. So Rami's down there, and you know there's Mustangs, but there's not really any fast Mustangs. So he had a VMP TVS with a very budget fuel system, and he was broke as fuck. So he got invited to a track rental, and he was trying to get something going in his like mom's little house, little kind of shop there. Then he's like, I'd like to make the rental, but I don't have any money. Like I don't have any money. So someone paid for his rental. Someone said, I got you, get to the rental and, you know, go have fun. He goes out there, runs a 990 in Puerto Rico in a 2015 6R80 Mustang. Stock motor, stock trans, stock axles, if I'm not mistaken. And all of a sudden people went, whoa, what the fuck was that? You went 9s in a Mustang in Puerto Rico? And he goes, yep. All of a sudden, people started saying, hey, maybe you know what to do. Maybe you got the sauce. Maybe you want to work on my car. And boom, that led to a core group of guys, like a core group of like 6 or 7 guys that are loyal to Rami. And one of them was like, I got a Corvette. You willing to fuck with these? He's like, yup. Another guy was like, I got a Camaro. You willing to fuck with these? He goes, yup. And Rami did nothing but work his ass off and was able to pay it off. And he sold his white car to further the business. And now he's probably the best modern V8 shop, Chevy or Ford, in all of Puerto Rico. In all of Puerto Rico. The guy goes to events and comes in first and second place almost every event. And, you know, he did it right, in my opinion. But he was struggling to make any money when he first started getting into the game. And now, man, I support whatever he wants to do. You know, he gives me advice on building the ZR1. So, you know, people like that didn't mortgage their future. He had no future. And then he ended up selling the race car. He stopped racing his own car, fixed his friends' cars and customers' cars. Now he's finally building his ZR1 and he's having a little fun at the same time. Good shit. Too many people set their street car up a little too much like a race car and then end up not even liking the car anymore. People put way too big of a turbo blower or gut the hell out of a car. I had a customer that yesterday they said, hey, Alex, I want to put a 98 millimeter turbo in my car. And I said, please don't do that. Please don't do that. He said, but I got it for free. And I'm like, you will hate that car. And he goes, but I go, you could do whatever you want and I'll tune it. A 98 millimeter turbo on a street car? Come on, stop it. What kind of a question is opinions on Power Radar? Like what an open-ended question. Dude, a Gen 2 kite with a stock shift, the 92 F-150, that is so awesome. Props on what we talk about. Cheer D. Ricky says, you should buy a duplex and rent the other house to make a little money. Right, exactly. Yeah, Rami did it the right way, and Rami's very successful, and I'm really happy for him. Payaso Racing said, what's your story? Out of all the platforms, what made the Mustang appeal to you? I already said it when I was 10 or 11 years old. I saw a Celine Mustang. No, I was 13 or 14 because it was an early, like 88, 89 Mustang. Yeah, I was like 13 or 14. It was like an 88 or 89 Mustang and Celine. And he showed up to my father's shop. He had a little garage, and his wing was loose. He's like, hey, can you do anything to fix this? And he's like, sure. So he fixed it up real quick. It was just a loosened, it was just the hold down bolts or loose. Or maybe he had taken it out and didn't put it back right or whatever. And the guy goes, how much I owe you? He goes, just do a burnout. And he's like, what? He goes, you're not going to charge me? My father's like, nah, it took me 5 minutes. Just do a burnout. Does a burnout. And I was standing at the corner watching this Mustang just lay the sickest fucking burnout on Commercial Street. And then he got up on 91, and I was like, God damn it, or 395. And I was like, I got to have that. 2 years later, I had an 86 Mustang. Have you met Rami in person? No, I have not. I should, though. I'm way overdue. ¿Qué onda, tío Alex? ¿Cómo va con las nalguinadas? Drop the like, catch replay tomorrow. Bought a Gen 1 track pack for myself for my 20th birthday. Guess what I'm not going to do? Make it a race car. Guys, my GT500 is not going to get raced ever again because I realized really quickly that car as a race car is dumb. It's a fucking GT500, okay? All I need is a slick track and a wall, and I'm going to be out a lot of money. And the safety is okay in that car, but it is not badass. It's got a 10-point cage, but it isn't badass. If I'm going to go racing, it's going to be in the Fairmont. Because if I pancake that bitch, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm not hurt. But I got to put it in chassis jail one day and probably spend $25,000 to $30,000 to make it safe. Car needs a front half, a back half, a jungle gym inside. It needs to be safe. So it's going to be a long process. 98 millimeter turbo was me. Stop it, Twisted Customs. That was you? Lucky it ain't my daily or anything. It's my drag car. I built the motor to go to the moon. 98 millimeters is ridiculous. To the moon? 98 millimeter? Come on, stop it. Alex, is the gravy sauce better for a street car? I don't know what he's talking about. Where? I just saw the name. Notice how all of a sudden we're doing our thing and things are good. Every car we've tuned, like, you want to talk about adversity and overcoming it, and I hate to be this dickhead, but no tuner besides maybe PFI and Corey from the diesel guy has been fucked with so much by the government in the last 2 years, and we still tune the fastest cars out there when it comes to the Coyote platform in stock ECU, because I got to say stock ECU. There's a lot of fast Coyotes that run Holly and stuff, or Motec. But when it comes to stock ECU, 6R80, 10R80, Lund Racing's it. Even after certain people ditching, certain people causing drama, certain people, certain government agencies still somehow are still at the top of the mountain. And that's a testament to how good Lund Racing is. We're still there. We're hiring people. We are still thriving. And it's a testament to our tuning and our customer service. Like, we could sit there and just play the internet game all day, but we know that you just shut the fuck up and go to work. Let me do the shit talking. I get paid to talk shit here. Let me do the shit talking and defending. We'll just do our thing over there. So shout out to them. Us. Deep Impact Blue is a beautiful color for a 1314 Mustang. It is. The GT500 is probably the cleanest S197s on the road. That bitch is nice. Every time that car goes out, it gets so much attention. That's not the moon. That's Mars. Never understood people who chase the biggest number. Had 650 horsepower, and that's more than enough to be a good time. People just worry about what the other guy is doing. Just buy a track car and call it a day. I'm not sure if trick flow twisted wedge heads will work, but I had some Edelbrock Performers I was going to use, but I've already sold them. Sorry, sir. No. I just want to know if I'd have to talk to people, but World Products makes good heads, Dart, AFR, so, no big deal, but for some reason I like twisted wedge heads. Now that you put a diode in the 400, do you plan on leaving it, or is it T56 is the goal in the future section? Hey, it all depends. So Saturday, weather permitting, because it's supposed to rain here, which sucks. Saturday's the only day I have time to do anything to the cars. I'm too busy during the week. So I've carved out a nice little schedule where Saturday is wrench day all day. So I'm gonna put a starter in the white car and a battery, and I got to take it to get registered Tuesday. But the GT500 is slated to try a 60 to 150 attempt because I want to see the 150 time also Saturday. So I got to go all the way to Mexico Saturday with the GT500 and do a 60 to 150 pull, one or two if possible, and record it. And the goal is threes, 60 to 130. It already went 420, so it needs to go threes. If it goes 3.99, 60 to 130, it's going to be hard to get rid of that car. You know what I mean? It's hard to get rid of a car that's so sorted with a turbo 400 and just gets it done, because we know what it can do in a drag situation. It launches great, the suspension's perfect, does a nice little wheelie, comes down. It can run low eights with the 4.5 Whipple. By the way, it's for sale. If anybody wants a 4.5 Whipple, $3,200. Get it out of my life. It can make 30 pounds of boost, 1,100, 1,200, whatever. It can make 1,200 through a manual, I think, no problem with the current pulley, and 10 to 1 compression. But it's going to be real difficult to get rid of it and to reconfigure it to be a stick car. If the trans temps stay good, it doesn't leak, and runs 360 to 130, it's going to be real difficult to put a T56 in it. I'm going to start running my 07 GT500 in stick classes just for fun. I can shift the hell out of it. Just got to get it set up better suspension-wise. 17.7, 15.10, drag, pack, full-time. You got to have a bias ply back there. See, I think Second Shift Racing's Cobra had a Mickey Thompson ET Street R back there, but I think the clutch slipped enough to not like grenade itself, which was impressive. But I was actually surprised to see a drag radial in the back of the car. Yeah, gotcha. I don't know about why, but the white car is my favorite car. I drove it today to get some chicken wings with the little lady. My God, that thing drives great. And I was telling her, by the way, did you know that this car is faster than the Corvette? And she goes, no way. Like, even she was like, no fucking way. And I was like, you want to do a pull? But we had too much traffic. But I'm going to have to get her in it and do a pull, because she feels the Corvette is faster. But for the same reason I thought the Corvette was faster, the torque. The torque is insane on the Corvette, whereas this car, the horsepower just keeps coming in. There, it seems to be no end to the pull. Now, the white cars, the next time the white, by the way, I think I have a bad boot on one of the axles on the white car, so I'm going to have to buy some G-Force axles. So I'm going to hit up G-Force, say G-Force, need some axles, because this is the second boot I've ripped on the car. Now, I don't know if it's an alignment issue, a camber issue, or just a horsepower fucking the boot up issue. But I'm going to need some axles from G-Force and then a drive shaft, because might as well just do it all one shot. And that car's pretty much going to be done, drive shaft and axles, for a long time. It's already got a good trans, the motor stock. The next time you see that car is going to have, I'm going to do a 60 to 130 with the 115 millimeter, the 100 millimeter, and then the 105, I think. I don't know if I could do that all in one day. That's a lot of work. Twisted wedge are one of the most period correct heads on a small block Ford. Can't go wrong. Correct. But I don't think I can get away with a twisted wedge head because of the way that the valves are twisted with a conventional dished piston. Now that law enforcement will be looking for you, do it on Sunday. Exactly. Keep the GT500. The notch is by far mine. Got it. 150 mile an hour. Yeesh. Don't get caught. Not worth it. I know. I get it. But you got to pay to play. It's Mexico. It's all good. Fox Salines are so badass. Salines are on point lately. I agree. Second Shift says every time there's a stick shift class, it's always a Fox body and New Edge cars, maybe 2 or 3 Coyote cars. Why don't Coyote guys represent stick racing? Well, so T56s, Tremex are usually in Fox bodies and Cobras. MT82s are usually in a Coyote platform. And typically guys that have there's a lot of stick shift Mustang Coyotes out there, Coyote Mustangs out there, but most of them have MT82s. For a guy to invest $5,000 to $7,000 in a transmission, clutch setup, cross member, drive shaft, T56, I don't think he's going to go stick shift racing in it, because Coyote cars, in my opinion, are still too new to kind of chop up like that. A stick shift class is going to grenade stuff. You and I both know once you enter a stick shift class, especially the really fast guys, you got to bring extra transmissions, extra slave cylinders, extra axles, extra spider gears, extra diffs, extra everything. And the MT82 Coyote guy is not there yet. Maybe in 10 years, when the S197 becomes super cheap, I'm saying sub $10,000, like I want to get eventually, once I got to get a house first. I can't buy any more vehicles. You understand? I cannot buy any more vehicles. So I got to either make moves, somehow make a shitload of money, or maybe sell 1 or 2 vehicles to get into a house with a big garage. Once I have that garage, I'm going to buy whatever the fuck I want. Your girl doesn't get scared when you do a pull? No. We never do it in traffic. We do it in Mexico. Very wide lanes. I never do it in a situation that it's dangerous. She trusts me, but I at the same time, I'm hesitant to do a pull with her in the car. Bias plan for the win. Too many squids out there slapping drag radials and asking why their trans keeps exploding. I agree. We got a bunch of people that got notified that they were, so we got Reaper Rican, says Bendición Tío, and Slow99 has been on for 16 months, and Reaper Rican for 13 months. Thank you. Have you ever fixed the fueling issue, alternator problems you had on the TX2K and GT500? Yes. So the GT500 at Texas 2K had a bad wiring harness that went from the alternator to the battery. I got a MechMan alternator and I redid the wiring harness, and voltage issues are fixed. Fueling was fine the whole time. But you know what the other issue was? IATs. The blower was causing 200 IATs. Now, I don't think the blower was causing it. I think I had an issue with the cooling system. After I fixed the issue with the cooling system, IATs were still 140, 150 at the top of the track. So I thought to myself, this thing is generating 30 pounds of boost. And it's making 1,100, 1,000. I think the blower is just not efficient enough at that power level. Now, that blower would be awesome in a Coyote. Because I think the 5.8 is just not that good of a motor at the end of the day. I think the Coyote with a 4.5 liter Whipple and a department of boost lower. Oh my Lord. If I can get a department of boost lower and shove that 4.5 Whipple on top of a well-sorted Coyote, I think it can make a buttload of power. Now, I've thought about that because I've thought about a lot of different configurations for the Fairmont. And I would love to somehow slap carburetors on top of that blower and have just meth, but I don't think I can make it happen that way. The way that, I don't mind that thing sticking out of the hood a little bit with some dumb induction setup. And have meth, because I don't want to run a radiator and I don't want to run an intercooler. I want to run just straight meth down the bitch. But that's when the Fairmont's got to go to chassis jail, da-da-da-da. So if I do keep the blower, I'll probably put it on something. Brandon Patch says, Alejandro Flores, can't believe no one has yelled at you about having AC on while doing the pulls in the white car. Exactly. Yeah, like a lot of people don't realize that the moment you go wide open throttle, the AC shuts off automatically in every vehicle since like 2000 and something or 90 something. Do you ever race random people when you're minding your business in Mexico? Yep. I raced a C7 Grand Sport in my ZR1. And the best thing was, his girlfriend took the phone out as I was rolling up. So his girlfriend had the phone out like this. And I think he thought it was like a Z06 or something. And then when he saw the blue ZR1 badge, you could see his soul leave his body. He went, just like that. The guy was driving and he sees my car pull up and he goes, oh. But now it's too late. Your girlfriend's got the phone out. You're in high gear. You're in a second. The thing's revving like 5,000. I'm second. We're gonna go. And we didn't beep it off. We just kind of went. And my car spun, and by the time I hit third, it jumped up like a car and a half. And he let off immediately. And there was nothing in front of him. And I was like, so that was the last thing I raced. I raced a white Grand Sport, I think. I think it was a Grand Sport. It was loud as shit. Super loud. From a dig, ZR1 versus white car. ZR1. I don't know about that. The ZR1 is tricky to launch, but it does have more torque. 6 for 3 Solid says, Alex, if you were told to get rid of all your cars, but you could only keep one, which one would you keep? The ZR1. Wait, whoa. Including Hush Money? Hush Money. Yeah, Hush Money. If I was told I got to get rid of all my cars, I'd make a lot of money selling the ZR1 and the GT500. It's probably $150,000 right there, or close to it, 120. The white car I could probably get 9 for, the white 989, and the truck and the white 19 I could get 25 to 28 for the truck, and I could probably get 32 for the white car. So I'd keep the Fairmont because I want to eventually go racing one of these. Again, I'm not going to be the fastest, but I just want to go out there and have some fun. What's up, Jorge Figueroa? Mr. King says, I understand you don't want to race, but is there any reason not to put a fuel system in it and run E85? No, there's no reason to not put a fuel system. I want to eventually have every single vehicle I own have a badass fuel system and run E85. E85 is so cheap and available in my area that it's beneficial. I wonder if Brett LaSalle can bang gears. I think any racer of that caliber has the ability to be really good at any kind of racing, whether it be a 400, a glide, or a stick shift. I think at that level, anybody that races at that level should be able to bang gears. Anthony Costello running stick shift 8s and driving home going 8s. Yes, so Anthony Costello is one of those gangster motherfuckers that's got an on-3 kit on his car, or on-3 hot side, and maybe a different cold side, who knows. And he runs 8 or low 9s and drives it home. I mean, in my opinion, he drives it a little too much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to like blow it up. Coyote Mustang can get expensive real quickly. So can a small block Ford. It is ridiculously expensive. I mean, we took a stock MTD 2-car 6-shift racing and took second place in our class. Not many of us can get done. I get it. I think S197 will be there quick, if not already. Most of them are already chopped up. Have you taken your girlfriend out in the GT500? Yeah, I made a poll in the GT500. She was legit scared. Like, the white car, she goes, wow, this is fast. The ZR1, she goes, wow, it really zips up down low. The GT500, she just screamed. What do you think? Upgrade from Whipple Gen 3 to an ESS G3X stock motor Gen 2 E85. If you already have a Whipple, I don't think you're going to gain much going to an ESS G3X. If you have a front feed Gen 5 Whipple on a Gen 3... Wait, Gen 3. Oh, Gen 3. Shit. Is that the before they had the intercooler on top? I forget. Would it bolt onto the same intake as a 2.9 Gen 2? What, my blower? No, my blower is a GT500 bolt pattern. It's not a Coyote bolt pattern. KD gave me 3 SARs, whatever that is. Even Keith Ray. Yeah, Keith Ray, I'm sure can drive. I'm not going to sit there and say that Keith Ray can't drive. The guy has built and blown up and rebuilt and blown up more shit than I've ever even looked at and raced. Hope everyone's well. Good evening. Sorry I'm late, says EPA. What's up, brother? I was looking at a Cleaver engines. That looks like a fun engine. Leave it alone. Stop it. Cleavers are dumb. Like, you're going to have a whole 350 horsepower. Alex, I got a random message on my Ford Pass. The engine control system is unable to control the fuel system pressure as expected. The car's a 2150 A10 Lund Tune headers E85. The E85 is taxing your fuel system. And modern Mustangs, 18 and up, have weak fuel pumps. I guarantee if you get a BAP in it, it'll all of a sudden be fine. I'm not telling you to do that. And don't say, I bought a BAP and it didn't fix the issue. I'm just saying that the Gen 3 Mustang's fuel pumps are trashed. Hey, Alex, 530 better than 520? It's a front feed intercooler on the bottom. Yeah, get an ESS G3X. If you have a Gen 3 Whipple and you want to go Gen 3 ESS G3X, I think an ESS G3X is better than that particular Whipple. The intercooler on top Whipple is very good. E85 is amazing, and I drive from Miami to strip clubs in Gainesville without switching to 93. I like it. That's like a 7-hour drive, bro. Yes, because there's E85 all the way up the Turnpike. It's good shit. I went 857 and 163 in a 4,200-pound Ford Falcon sedan, IRS, Barra Turbo 400, drove 100 miles to track and back home. Badass. I use hydraulic fluid as oil in the heat. Less than 50% likes to watching. Look, I love you guys. I have stopped begging for you guys to do the simplest thing, and it is just to like the show. I understand that the general audience is just, they're in it for something else. And look, the members excluded, the general viewing public doesn't give two shits about growing a person's channel, and that's fine. They're here to get free entertainment and just talk shit on chat. I am a member of Demonology's channel. I am a member of Mexico Racing League's channel. I put my money where my mouth is. I have a monthly nut they get for support. Now, I'm not saying you guys need to do that. What I'm saying is, if I have a vested interest in someone that entertains me and I want them to grow, I support them that way. by putting money in their pocket. And when you ask for people's likes 500 times, and then the next show they don't like it, and then the next show they don't like it, and then the next show they don't like it, you go, these people don't, these people are here. They don't care. Look, members excluded. The rest of you that are here watching don't care. You'll just go. If Stang Mode starts doing live streams, you'll go there. If Cletus starts doing live streams, you'll go there. So I understand the general public. That's why you see me on Twitter all the time now. Because the moment they monetize that bitch and they start paying more money on that bitch, you'll see me less on this bitch. I like before the ads are even done playing. We at YDBT veterans. EPA, haven't seen you in a hot minute. Oh my God, Turvy out there woke up. When did he wake up? Fresh off of making hash browns. Doesn't like to get breathed down his back. Got offered a job and a car, and he said, no, thank you. Turvy out there. Hey Alex, what size turbos would you get for a stick car with a sleeve motor so they don't spool too slow but make enough power? Man, I don't know. That's such a loaded question, Carter's TV. What's the compression on your motor? What cams are on your motor? Where are the cams indexed? Where's the phasing? There's so many things. Look, cam position is very important to motor spool up. So the cams matter, and where they're parked or phased matter. So you can't just say, what turbos spool better at, no, you have to, everything has to work together. Josh Fergaro, thank you, brother. What's up? Was in West Palm Beach yesterday, PA barbecue grill, good stuff. Same here, subbed Alex and MRL, right. I tune in to get knowledge also. I see you use my old SF50 as your thumbnail in your last vid. I didn't even know that was Mustang lifestyle shit. I just saw, actually I put a big X in front of it. Good Turvy. Okay, he's talking smoke broke boys. Some people don't want to see you grow, low-key haters. I don't think so. Or maybe there's people here that go, fuck Alex, I don't want to see him grow or whatever. I'm like, that's fine. Why are you here in the first place? You know? And then when I put up a video that they really enjoy, like the 60 to 130 video is doing phenomenal. Like the engagement rate is really high. The GT500 dyno video, great engagement rate, like badass. The talks, the regular like little chats, the initial video where I showed you my 351, the notch. People love that video. That thing's like 12, 13,000, which isn't much, but again, they're watching for 30 minutes. So even though you might dislike me, I might make fun of you. We might have had beef before. I guarantee you still watch because there is information here you won't get anywhere else. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm usually not wrong about shit. And if I am, I'll own up to it. And I have credibility behind me. So even though they probably hate your guts, they're watching you. They're watching you the whole time. He's been out here arguing with himself for a while. See, the thing is, Derek Eckroth, Turvy is as big as I want him to be. And he needs to realize that. You understand? If I don't read your comments, Turvy, it goes into the void and no one cares. You have fucked up so much in the last month that I'm just like, I'll say hi to you and stuff, but I'm not going to promote your stuff. I'm not going to push your stuff. I'm just going to be like, you're just going to be another fan that just talks in the chat. But you have gotten opportunities that other people would kill for. There's probably guys out there right now that go, I do everything right. I do everything right. I follow this guy, I follow that guy. When am I going to catch a break? And then they see Turvy getting offered things, and I'm sure they're like, what the fuck do I have to do to catch a break? Guys, I was there. I was in Massachusetts. Right now is the worst time to live anywhere not Florida. Right now, you are freezing. Right now, it is cold. Right now, you are miserable. The sky is gray. The leaves are gone from the trees. You're raking because the leaves are being thrown about all over the place. It's too cold. It's not even boost weather. It's downright cold right now where you're at, right? So a lot of you guys are out there like miserable. And I was there. Man, I'd love to end up in a nice spot, man. I just need a break, man. I just need someone to give me a break to show them what I could do. And I was that guy. I was like, I know I have some good thoughts up here. I just need to relay them to the general public. And I'm entertaining and I think I'm funny. So I just need the opportunity. Just like I said, give me an opportunity and I will outdrive half of you motherfuckers. And I understand that you guys might think I'm talking shit, but I believe in myself. If you give me the opportunity, meaning if, let's say if I go out there and make good money at Lund Racing or this channel or a combination of both, and I go out there, I guarantee I'll be right there with the fastest motherfuckers, because that's how much I believe in my ability. I just need the opportunity. So Turvy has had the opportunity to get in the game and get out of the regular everyday hustle and bustle, and he has not taken advantage of it. So I'm done. So I'd rather help someone out like JD Swag. I'd rather push the products that Don't My God Cookies, EPA and Melissa put out there. I'd rather have SK Jeff have some support. I'd rather have DNA High Performance, Calimer, 2 Auto. I'd rather help those people because at least they're seizing opportunities, where Turvy is just out there fucking around doing dumb shit. I would kill for the opportunity Turvy was offered. Exactly. Tracks closed for the cold in New Jersey. Right now it's the time to live in Florida. No boost weather straight away, blowing your shit up. Exactly. Arizona's great right now. 70. Yeah, okay, you guys, your voting system's fucked up. There's nothing great about Arizona. Your whole state is fucking retarded. There's nothing great about Arizona. I love you. Not wrong at all. Just wish it was Florida at my house. Twin 6971. Ugh, why? 20 degrees out right now. Just laid a foot of snow down. 351 in the garage. Getting a blower for next season. 28 degrees is hoodie weather. It's not cold. Turvy got offered a Mustang and said no because it's a convertible. I mean, unreal. You're the only channel I'm a member of because of loyalty. I'm entertaining, gain knowledge. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Turvy, get out of your own damn way. Sick Sills says, I haven't been able to catch the lives in a while, and I've still been watching the regular uploads and loving the content and trying to learn as much as I can from these. He said no because he didn't feel safe going to Louisiana. But you're okay in Baytown? Like, he's like, I don't want to go to Louisiana. You're in Baytown. You're in not even Baytown. Where's the other one? Where's the shittier one? The one right next to Louisiana. Let me see. Where Turvy is somewhere. Not Brownsville. Let me see. East Turtle Bayou. Where is this motherfucker? Beaumont. Beaumont. You're in Beaumont. If I'm not mistaken, isn't Turvy in Beaumont? Bro, don't talk about Louisiana if you're in Beaumont. Stop it. Y'all in Arizona didn't vote for my aunt in the governor, you assholes. Hell, Parts Farm offered him a job and a place to live. Alex, I'm mad that you showed us that you can run a 120mm on racecast with a bat with an ESS kit. About to order the pulley and belt. You shouldn't be mad. You should be happy. Nobody else is doing that shit. And that's the thing. Everyone out there goes immediately to a fucking fuel system E85 and a 100mm pulley. And I'm like, no. Stop it. Your car can be deadly fast if you have a racecast tune, 120mm pulley. Guys, I kept the snorkel on. I'm going to buy a bell mouth for the blower from PMAS, take that snorkel off because it was worth like 10 horse, and then pulley way the fuck down and do 60 to 130. But it needs stickier rubber, and wait till the cold weather hits here, which is like 60 here. That's cold. It might get to 50 once or twice, but mostly it's in the 60s. That car's probably going to go 60 to 130 with basic bitch shit. Turvy does have a problem with authority, and that tells me his dad wasn't in the house. Like, something tells me Turvy's dad was not in the house. I'm truly starting to believe Turvy is just a huge troll. That's how unreal his is. Seriously, there's no way he turns on opportunities like that. Turvy lives in the back of a Waffle House, Orange, Texas, where TSS is. My buddy's 16-year-old daughter wants to carb a small block Ford, swap her 1996. I need to show her your Fox video. Corpus Christi. Ignacio, should I go ahead and get a 2-inch header if I'm planning to supercharge the car in the future? Do you think it matters? Who is out there telling you should get a 2-inch on a Coyote car? Have you seen the ports on the cylinder heads? The ports on the cylinder heads are not even 2 inches. Not even close. Let Turvy work his magic on the ZR1. Come on, stop it. Turvy can't do anything on my shit. Alex, why are 6971s bad? I just thought those, LOL, please tell me I should change my order. I'm not going to tell you to do anything. I guarantee the kit is not an Aldo kit. I bet you it's not a Armageddon kit. I bet you it's not a midnight kit, right? And those are the ones I would recommend. If you're going to get a twin turbo kit on an S550, you go to Midnight, Aldo, Hellion, if you want a streetish setup, or Armageddon, which I don't know if they make them anymore, but I think they do. They used to private label some stuff for another shop in Dallas, if they're still around, because I haven't heard much. So you already decided on what to get. You already contacted a company and said, I want your kit, right? Like, you already did that. You already ordered it. Did you go to Lund Racing and say, hey guys, what would you recommend for me to meet my power goals? No. You said, I want this kit and I'm going to get it and fuck it. 6971s. What's the size of Brian Luna's turbos? Like 70 something? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Turvy's one of those people you just can't help. Haha, I'm not really mad. Was just joking. Really excited. Thank you again for showing us. You got it, brother. Admiral Peck and another one. He's another one. Yeah, exactly. See, sorry. I love you. I love you. IAT was 33 the other morning. Should always ask before ordering. Call Lund and ask what they recommend. I'm blown away that people still to this day buy something, build something, and then order a tune for it. And I have to say, hey man, that combo's not going to work that good. Why? Because it's low compression, it's centrifugal, and it's lock cams. Oh, well, it's in the car already. Oh, so you didn't take advantage of the fact that we, for free, offer advice on building a car to meet your certain goals. Hey, Alex, I want to make 800 horsepower. I want to go into twin turbo. What do you recommend? Hellion kit will do it. But if you want an Aldo kit for higher quality, or drop the car off at midnight, let him do his magic. We can do that. Well, what do you think about... I just told you what to do. I just told you what to do. If you already have a predetermined kit in mind, I can't help you. If you're not going to take my advice, don't ask for my advice. There are people out there that'll say, Alex, what do you think about running this and this and that? I go, I don't recommend it. Then they do it anyway. And then they're Pikachu face when it does exactly what I said it was going to do. Run like shit. So you already bought a turbo kit. At no point did you reach out to Lund Racing and say, what do you guys recommend? Because you're going to tune it. So I can't help you from turbo sizing. Talk to the turbo company and see what they recommend. And after you're done talking to the turbo company and what they recommend, ask them who they recommend to tune it. Shout out to PBH. Ordered some Coyote parts earlier this week and they turned and ordered some cookies. Whoa! Good for them. Badass shit. They are all here tonight. Give Alex strength. Oh my God. Did he say call? Let me hear that customer service voice. Yeah, now fuck that. All you have to do is email Lund. I also missed the part where you unblocked Turvy. How did that go? I just remember you banning him for everything. He's back because he's entertainment, but I've stopped giving him opportunity. I have the ear of certain companies that might be able to help you. Like Power by the Hour could probably use a receiving agent right now, right? I don't put it out there because I don't think any of you are in the Florida area and are looking for a job of that nature. But Travis Dean works at Power by the Hour. And he is like the best fucking find in terms of, they have great sales guys. But Jake asked me, Alex, do you have anyone you recommend for this job? I said, Travis Dean. Travis Dean's going to be excellent. Not just excellent. He's going to be probably one of your better guys. But he doesn't live nearby. So if he can work remotely, that may be good. Boom. He's been there like 3 years or 2 years. So the people I recommend generally work out. And I have the ability, I have access to people. And I can say, well, you got a job or you got this. Or, hey, I got these parts. You want some parts? I have parts in my garage up the ass and I can give you stuff, give you access to stuff. The parts farm offered him a job. A place to work on his car. A place to live. And he said no. This guy's frying burgers somewhere. No offense to burger fryers. Imagine you're frying burgers and you don't got any prospects. You ain't got shit going on. You got nothing. And a company affiliated with the show goes, I'm going to put you up. I'm going to put you to work. And you have first dibs on some of the badass parts that come in. No, fuck that. I don't want no one fucking breathing down my neck. Crazy. Hellhorse has a bad problem with the manifold welds cracking. Hey, boy, what? I didn't say that. Sick 50 said that. Yo, he bought it. So talk to them. Look, I know I sound like a dick right now, but I don't know why people just don't call or email Lund Racing and go, guys, I'm giving you the keys. I have a budget of $75,000. I want to go sevens. What do you recommend? Seems like a great time to... Does PBH still build engines? What they do is they build power units. So let's say, for instance, you have a chassis, you have everything, but now you need the power system. Hey, PBH, I want a Gen 3 bottom end. Actually, I want a Gen 3 with a Whipple on it, fuel system, brackets to fit a Bronco, and a 6R80. Fuel system, control pack, everything. Okay, that'll be $30,000. Swipe the card, buy. That's what they specialize in now. Complete power systems catered to your needs. Hey, PBH, I want a NA Gen 3. Hey, PBH, I want a NA F-150 Gen 2. I want a supercharged Gen 2. Okay, that's what they do. And they fucking kill it. There are more on-3 kit cars running better numbers than Hellhorse kits, according to Alberto. But part of that could be because he gives them out to non-driving influencers to blow their cars up. Jesus. Melissa, how you doing, pretty lady? Tell them to call me. I'll move back home to Florida. Waffle House, Whataburger. I'll be on a plane ASAP. You're late, Melissa. We're going to bed now. No risk, no reward, Alex. Not about it. Agent Orange would be my pick. Dude worked hard slinging those packages for FedEx. He's doing good. You're not going to make what you're making now down here. You're not. Not even McDonald's wants Turvy. Look, Turvy is unreal. I appreciate the constructive criticism. Right. Look, if you already ordered the kit and you ordered, look, your Lund Racing has never recommended that kit. But if you have it, we'll tune it. That's all I'm saying. But if you were to say, I want to meet a certain goal, well, here's the template. But people don't want that. I think people want to build it their own way. People say, well, I don't want to build it that way. Oh, you don't want to run 8s right now? Well, not the way you guys want me to run 8s. Oh, so how do you want to run 8s, asshole? We have a direct line from here to here. Boop. No, you want to go. See, I went 8s. Yeah, you blew up 3 motors, smoked 3 transmissions, swapped out your injectors 5 times. Go ahead, do that. Stupid. I'm not saying you, Carters. If it wasn't locked in my current job right now, I'd be looking for a move and work with these great companies. I live up the road from Turvy. I drive the 65 Cuddy, swap him and help him, and he turns it down. Right. He claims he has 2 jobs. Wonder how he can't deal with authority. Admiral Peck. Forget. I don't care about Admiral Peck. Turvy works at the Waffle House and got offered a house to entry into an industry many people never get a chance to. I remember going to PBH and seeing that green SN95. So nice. Same as usual, Turvy. Exactly. Spent 24 hours at Turviate or Admiral Peck. Kill myself. Slit my fucking throat. Are you insane? Having to hear guys that are absolutely maniacal and delusional about what they know, what their abilities are, what they can build, and what they've actually done in this industry. Stab me. Half bolted on says, I appreciate you, Alex. I'm 26 with a 20 GT. Thought about gutting and going dumb with it. Fuck that. After finding your channel, I'm trying to model the white car. Awesome content for advice. Thank you, sir. Frank says, Cletus McFarland, but with Coyotes. Venom 800 says, 13 GT, Pumpy 85. Negative 15 short-term fuel trim this morning with a code P1639. After cam reset with an N-gauge, it's back to normal. What causes this? Should I send log to Lund? Brandon tune on Flex Fuel. Are you on the E85 tune on the Flex tune? Well, I'm at least trying to start my own... Stop! You've never done shit, dude. You've never built shit, dude. You can't weld, dude. You can't do shit, dude. You're trying to start a shop? With what? What skills have you shown that you... What the fuck? Trying to start a shop? Are you on fucking crack? He's trying to start a shop. Who in their right mind would take their car to a guy who has his battery behind his driver's seat? Stop it. You need to get your delusional ass. I don't care. I don't care. Start a shop. Start a shop. Start a shop. Pay employees. Pay taxes quarterly. Pay workman's comp. Buy a space. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Start a shop. Go ahead. Holy shit. Holy, guys, there's people like that out there. There's people like that out there. Holy shit. He's trying to start a shop to himself. Oh. So Steve Morris worked at Dart before he was Steve Morris. So I'm sure he learned a lot of stuff at Dart before he started his own company. Turvy works at Waffle House. A shop for yourself. Oh, then in that case, I have a shop to myself. Alex, I've heard you use the term on the show and wanted to know what exactly defines free flow exhaust. Deleting your catalytic converters. Guys, they're out there. They're out there. I'm blown away by that. Wait a minute. What does he mean free flow? What does he mean? What does he mean free flow? You know, yeah, what does he mean free flow? I don't know how I've gone this long, but it's too entertaining with the stupidity. Bro, gonna have some fried cheeseburger in that shop. Right. If you were gonna tell me I'm gonna start a shop where I burn your fucking hash browns, okay. Bro, Waffle House Racing, WHR. So Alex, who would you go to for a 4-valve 5/8 foot? Who would you go to, Admiral Peck? Who would you go to? Tell me, who would you go to, Admiral Peck? Tell me who's your go-to guy for 4-valve 5.4 5/8 builds. Go. Tell me, who's your guy? Right. His shop fed. I've heard you say free flow exhaust. Have you ever done it? It is illegal to do so. We have 2 EPA agents in the chat. EPA just tuned in. Right. FFE means zoomies out the hood. Right. Feels like the peasant chat. It is the peasant chat. It's always the peasant chat. See, that's the key. It's low-key always the peasant chat, sprinkled in with people that pay for actual questions. Waffle House, FYE, Texas cheesesteak melt. Y'all boys tripping. Turvy is a gypsy shop. Just pop-up tent in the rain, welding with a piece of 10 wire tied to your... What? Tied to your house. Oh, my God. Waffle front end. Oh, he's trying to build a shop for himself. What the hell does that mean? Only advice I can give Turvy is closed mouth, don't get fed. Take any opportunity thrown at you, open doors more than opportunities. No, he was never taught to go to work and shut the fuck up. He was never taught. He thinks he's going to make it big. Name a Mustang shop run by one guy that made it big. Go. Mustang shops, they work 15 hours a day. And they barely cover rent. And if they got some money, they like take their wife out to Ruth Chris. It's to pay bills. You think you're gonna become fucking Hennessy or some shit? You think you're gonna become Celine? You think you're gonna become like UGR? Boy, stop it. Stop it. I figured AccuFab would be a good option. Wonder Racing. Keith Ray. He is the 4-valve guy. Period. Period. Can I have all these special flex tune with sauce, please? And some milk. Admiral has a GT500? This is news to me. No, he's just saying stuff. You understand? He's like, he needs something new to say at the next car meet. So he asks this chat, and then he goes to the car meet, and he goes, AccuFab is the best place to go to for 5.4 builds. And some other fucking knuckle dragger's like, really? I could have sworn that MMR was the best. They have a 5 cent Coyote, you know. Jesus. Later, Tom. See you later. He's going to become the next Carroll Shelby. You need to have fast cars to have your own reputable shop. He took his mom telling him he's special to a whole new level. Tony versus Turvy in a fight. Who you got? Probably Turvy. Hey, Alex, I have a Fox body, and I'm thinking, which Tony? Alex, I have a Fox body. I'm thinking of getting a Coyote car. What year do you recommend? I recommend you get a Gen 1 and start fresh. If you can get yourself a 13, 14, because those are a little bit better, get into that. Start slow. Go back on this channel. Watch me fuck with my black car. That's a whole build series on that. And you can kind of, go along with that. That's probably going to be my next car if I do buy a car for the channel specifically to give you Gen 1 Coyote content. Bold of you. Oh, I guarantee you go to meets. You're literally that guy. You are literally the guy that never misses a meet. You go in your Altima, you park it way far, and you buy a slushie at Sonic, and you walk up to where the fast cars are. Every single time. Peck doesn't go to meets. He hosts meets. You already know I got Chuckums, whatever. Admiral, take your motor to Turvy right. Someone call OSHA on Turvy. Need to take Turvy versus Admiral Peck cage match. Have a good evening. Girlfriend is waiting for me to show up. Get out of there. He seems to like one of those guys that would say, if I build a 5.4, it would smoke your car. Oh my God. Stop it, Adrian. I have a 4-valve Navi motor. Done. All right. On that, I'm done. I'm done, guys. He says, I have a 4-valve Navi motor. I figure I'm going to go through the motor if I can't be terribly far off once you throw away the crappy cast rods pistons from a GT500-ish motor. There, I'm done. See, guys? I'm done. I'm so happy. I'm so happy we ended here. You basically, today I found out that 5.4 Navigators have a GT500-ish motor. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Holy shit. What a fucking retard. All right, I'm going to be on Sunday on the Peasant Chat. We're going to talk some shit to, yeah, exactly, Mendoza's Coyote. We'll talk some shit on Sunday. Not going to, if I do another video, it won't be anything spectacular Saturday. If a video pops up Saturday, it'll be 60 to 130 of the blue car. And maybe some work on the white car because I got to get it mobile because it's going to get registered Tuesday. So I physically have to drive it to the registry. They have to do a VIN verification and then I have to drive it back. So the starter has to work. The battery has to work. So I got a battery and a starter. So I'll be doing that work on the weekend, but not before trying a 60 to 130 on the blue car. By the way, guys, just so you know, Navigators have GT500 motors. All right, guys, have a good rest of your night. We'll stop it there and then we'll see you guys on the Peasant Chat Sunday morning, 9:30. Have a good rest of your week. See you later. Bye.